Morning, folks. I wanted to do a quick video on shaving with a straight razor. Um, I already started by trimming my sideburns so that I have a place to start to get the blade in against my skin instead of starting with my cheek and going back. I'll show you why in a couple minutes. A couple of things you'll need: a brush, a bowl with some soap in it, and of course the most important is your straight razor. I use one with a disposable blade. If you have one with a permanent blade, that one you'll have to sharpen every so often. I don't have that, so I can't show you how to strop one. Hold on. I do have one thing I have to get. I use a little doubled over piece of toilet paper to wipe the blade on. I don't rinse. You can if you want to. That's up to you. So you start out by getting your water in your tub hot. Sorry, you actually start out. I just took a shower, so I don't have a shirt on. Sorry for grossing everybody out. You want to get your bristles, your whiskers as soft as possible. Water's nice and hot. Soak the brush. The other thing I like to do is I just like to put a little bit of water so there's a little bit of lubricant. If you have a beard oil, that's the best thing to use. Once you have the bristles of the brush nice and soaked, you wait till the water stops dripping, about there. You shake off the excess into the soap. That should be just about enough to get a nice lather on. So I can also turn off my water so you can hear me a little bit better. And just go back and forth. Nice big circles, building up a lather inside. And same thing. You make circles in your face, throughout your beard. Now I like to keep a goatee, so I'm not going to do my upper lip or my chin. On your throat. Okay. So the way I hold the razor, 2 fingers above the handle and 1 finger on this part below. My thumb on the bottom, that gives me control over it. It doesn't wiggle back and forth. So again, holding the blade at about a 20-degree angle, roughly. Because it's disposable, there are 2 lips on each side that hold the blade in, so you have to make sure the blade touches your skin. And I just do a 1 to 2 inch, then wipe it off onto the paper towels or napkin or towel or whatever it is that you happen to have. Don't go over the same part a second time. I then make 2 subsequent shaves going into my goatee that I want to keep. I divide my face in half, and I do the right half, then I do the left half. So now I'm going to go down to my neck. Now the key to doing it with a straight razor is you have to have you're not actually stretching it, but you have to be able to get it flat. I'm a little heavy, so having a rounded face, it's hard to get flat. The hardest part for me to get flat, of course, is my neck. I think that'll be the hardest part for anybody. Now with the neck, the first time, I'm going to go the front of the neck rather, where your trachea is. I'm going to go from the bottom up. My beard grows in really, really strange directions. It doesn't all go down. Most men, a majority of your hair is going to grow down. Mine goes forward, down, up. This side of my trachea grows up. So when I just did a stroke this way, I was going with the grain. This side of my trachea goes down, but I'm still going to do it up the very first time, just because that's what I prefer, because then I can get a stop right under my mandible, my chin bone, where I want the goatee to stop at. Now that one actually hurt a little bit, so I don't have as much lube on it since I don't have the beard oil. I'm going to add just a little bit more soap or shave cream for the next step. So this one's kind of an odd angle, so I have to change the way I hold the blade, because I'm going across my face. I'm not ambidextrous enough to do it, and I don't trust myself to not cut my face open. There is a reason this is called a throat cutter. It's gonna sound weird, but in a way I kind of hope I cut myself, so you'll see what I mean. If you get resistance, don't try to force it, because what will happen is it'll twist and you end up with a nice long cut across your face. So it actually came out pretty nice. See? One of the other websites that I follow says that if you're going to do this, it should take like 45 minutes. That's if you're going to do an actual proper, the way they would in a barber shop, with the hot towels, the massage, the facial massage, the oil, and everything else. I'm not doing that. When I do this daily, and I had open heart surgery, so I haven't shaved for about 3 or 4 weeks now. When I do this every day, it doesn't even take me 5 minutes. So this is from the first pass. This is all of the hair that came off. So I'm going to flip the toilet paper over so I have room for my second run. Now, just using the same soap. The advantage to a single blade over the double, triple, quadruple, or 5 or 6 blades, however many they have nowadays, the first blade cuts the second blade while the first blade is holding the hair up. The second blade pushes dead skin underneath the hair, and that's when your face starts to break out. So that doesn't happen with single blades. The only thing with single blades, though, is because now I went this way with everything, now I have to go against the grain. Technically, you should go 4 ways. So down both directions and then up against. I don't. I find that I get a good enough shave when I do it just 2 times. So I don't know if you can hear that pulling. So there is still a little bit of hair there. But let's get in close. You can see how fine it is compared to the longer hairs from earlier. Now, this also allows me going forward to get that definition right at where I want my goatee to stop. So then you take your fingers, run along. Now I feel some hair up here. I missed a spot. A little bit of soap to lube it. And that's better. It's nice and smooth. Now I'm just going to continue that the whole way. There we go. Now, because there's not as much hair for the soap to grab onto, you're going to have to keep reapplying it. Yes, that was a mistake going downwards the second time. I wasn't thinking. Sorry. It's a spot right there. And for the last part, and that's it. So after you're done shaving, completely wipe off or rinse off your blade. Now, the last thing, very important, especially because I did not have the beard oil. The razor still irritates your skin a little bit, so you have to rinse it with cold water. I'm not going to do that because I'm by myself and I can't hold the camera, my phone, upside down while I do that. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to splash cold water on myself. Other choices, if you want to take your towel, soak it in cold water and just hold it up against your face for a few minutes. Anyway, a little bit longer than I wanted. Hope you stayed with me the whole time. I shaved today because it's Father's Day and I have a date with my oldest daughter who just got engaged yesterday. And I hope you have a great Father's Day. I hope you have a great Sunday, and I will see you on the next video.